Getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
You heard about a man, the left controller, the level came, I told you, hop in and let the journey begin.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there for the first play from scrimmage.
Able to start here to the ball game. They get the good kick return, followed by a first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Raiders at 14-1 now on the year. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now Geno. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Geno now to throw. It gets it right back to Mayer. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Giants' 8-yard line.
Now a toss left side, Genty. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Quickly completed to the right flank. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing his dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Raiders defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he gets us inside the 35-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
13 yards on the play.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll get this out to Genty. And a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty, an 18-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Giants nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Tyree Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. He's across midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
I see a surprise in the face there, Pointer. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
To the air again, Smith. That's complete. Ginty out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Manhertz. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
In motion, Slayton. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker.
And the Raiders have got him. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Almost 2 yards.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Now Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing his Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Oh, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Giants nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dart. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's a nice run, a nice game that has to have them feeling pretty good about themselves as we head to the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw his dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Gano's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Now, that's something of a put-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And a strong run that time. This is across midfield. And down to the 43. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Thornton. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Smith. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Chino going to hand it to GT. He'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They certainly made a point of getting involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the round is on here in this 1st half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Smith. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before break, Smith. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll go. Here's Dart.